At the homicide scene, we discovered the victim, Gerald Avery. There was a second victim that was at the scene that received non-life-threatening injuries. And on this particular one, this is one where we need that community connection for the help. We need Crime Stoppers. The number 785-234-0007. These are some of these homicides. We do need that connection with the community. We know some folks may have saw something or know of something, and that's the information that we need our detectives to be able to look into and be able to bring this case where it needs to be for prosecution. And with that, I'll be followed by Assistant Chief Cross.
Good morning. We're going to take a minute and reinforce an update to a case we previously briefed for the community, the Terry Keller homicide. On July 15th, in the 1500 block of Southwest Clay, Mr. Keller was discovered deceased in his vehicle by officers who were doing a check of a suspicious vehicle in the area. As a result of a digital canvas that we conducted in that area, we were able to identify a person of interest, and we put that person of interest information out to the community. Thanks to the help of the community and our fantastic investigators, we are now able to report some closure to this case for now with the arrest of Wisdom Curls, who was arrested regarding this case. Mr. Curls was taken into custody. There was a question about a large police presence on southeast Topeka yesterday, and the response to that is Mr. Curls was taken into custody at that point in time. And we can safely report that he's in custody. The case has been referred to the Shawnee County District Attorney's Office. And since that case has been referred over there, any further questions about that investigation or that arrest, we do have to refer to the Shawnee County District Attorney's Office. So we'd just like to take a moment, thank the community for all their efforts in this, thank our investigators and our agency who worked diligently on this case. And we'd just like to reach out to the friends, the family members of Mr. Keller, as well as the Central Park community and anybody across Topeka impacted by this traumatic event, and let you know that we share condolences with you, and we've done everything we can to try to resolve this case. I'd like to step on to homicide number 9, which occurred late at night on July 6, 2025, in the 3200 block of Southwest Randolph, where Destiny Boss was discovered deceased. This is one of those cases where, once again, we have to share the Crime Stoppers information because we need this community's help. Someone in Topeka knows something that can help us with this case. If you're that person, or if you know somebody who's that person that can help us, 785-234-0007. You can remain anonymous and provide information to law enforcement that might help us close this case and make an arrest. I'm going to share a couple other ways where you can contact Crime Stoppers of the police department. These often get overlooked, but you can call our detective division at 785-368-9400. We have an email address as well where you can reach us, telltpd@topeka.org, and an anonymous tip line that's available online as well. Once again, though, the Crime Stoppers number allows you to remain anonymous. If you know something about any of these cases that we're reporting on today, please reach out, please help us. We're going to pass things back over to Chief Vallejo.
Having 5 deaths in 1 month is not something that we at the Topeka Police Department take lightly. We're working on several new initiatives to reduce crime, and we've also been seeing a downward trend through the middle of the year, which I posted online based on the 5-year average of crime during this time of the year. And crime is going down in Topeka. But I understand the perceptions of safety within the community. So some of the initiatives we've been working on is creating a violent crime team, a permanent one. It's expanding a violent crime team where we had none before. Increasing the number of community engagement officers and doubling those to be able to reach out more to the community, so problem solve together so we can prevent from a prevention standpoint. And increasing our intelligence unit capacity as well with new officers and new technologies to help the fight against violent crime. This is a time for the Topeka community to stay united, be there for one another, and stay vigilant. If you see something, say something. Many of these homicides were solved directly with the help of the community, whereas otherwise we might not have come to such a quick clearance with some of the shootings we've had recently. If you see something, say something. Let us figure out the legitimacy of the call. If there's something that looks suspicious in your neighborhood, something that doesn't look right, you know your community best, your neighborhood, your streets, call 911. Or we had the number up here to Crime Stoppers. We'll put it back up before we leave. Let us know. Collaboratively, we can continue to keep Topeka a wonderful and thriving community for all of us. And with that, my team and I are going to stand here and prepare to take any questions that the media might have of any one of us.
Chief, there are some details we're trying to confirm, just word of mouth from neighbors, people that we're trying to piece together some things from. So if you don't mind, we're just going to go down a quick list. We're hearing that Barnshaw is schizophrenic. Can you confirm that?
No.
Okay.
Was this a random attack or domestic?
You can answer that.
Yeah.
Get on the microphone.
Yeah.
Slide over.
What we do know is Mr. Barnshaw is a family member, and we don't know all the details as on some of that, so we don't believe this is a random event. We believe that they know each other because they are related.
We're also hearing that those bodies were found dismembered. Can you confirm this?
There are facts of the case that our detectives are currently continuing to churn through, and some of the facts such as that we can't reveal at this time.
We're also hearing that those bodies were found in the basement underneath the tarp. How long were they there for, and who found those bodies?
Again, we responded to a call for service. Our officers discovered the crime scene, and some of those facts that we're still kind of churning through with our detectives, they're still kind of sensitive to the case. We're not able to release those at this time.
We've also found that Barnshaw was previously in a mental hospital for about 2 years and in prison for about 1. So why was he released?
I have no idea on that. I'm not aware that he was in any kind of facilities or incarcerated. I can't give you any guidance on that, I guess.
Okay. He was also in jail for about a month. Were charges ever brought to him at that time?
I'm not clear on that. If you give me more information, I can definitely look that up for you.
Okay, I'll probably give you some more information afterward.
Okay.
I think one of the biggest questions here, when you have a case like this, someone who seems a bit mentally unstable and has a criminal past, did the system fail the community?
I can't speak to the system's failure. We do respond to calls for service, and we utilize all the resources available to us in the community. We have very strong ties with many of our government agencies and non-government agencies when it comes to criminal prosecutions, behavioral health issues, and we do our best to resource those as much as we can. I can't comment if the system failed anybody at this time.
Regarding the homicide that occurred at the Quick Shop, did those victims shoot each other?
We believe the victims are, both of the victims are a result of the call for service and the shooting. We are still investigating that case as far as the suspect and stuff like that. Some of those details I can't release at this time.
Similar question regarding the Keller homicide. Did the victim and the suspect know each other prior to the shooting?
Yeah, we'll have to, there's an arrest been made on that, so we'll have to refer that to the district attorney's office. And we have that number if you want.
Is there anything you can tell us about the circumstances surrounding some of these homicides? Are they related to drugs? There was obviously one that was more of a domestic incident. Are these strangers committing crimes against each other? Or what level of concern should the community have?
Some of the concerns we see with the homicides, as far as my lens right now, we don't see that there's any direct connection between the homicides. We do see that firearms are involved in some of the homicides, so we do have a connection there. And then we fully investigate those to find out what those root cause are. But as far as life choices or circles that we keep, those are individual case by case. There's no direct connection between any of them.
Can you say whether Mr. Keller was shot?
Yeah, that's the DA's office. We have to refer that over there, Tim.
There were initial questions regarding the homicide on Wabash as to whether the child was taken away the 18th or it occurred the 20th. What can you tell us? Have you figured out what's up with that?
Some of the facts I can elaborate on. There was some information early on that spoke to the 18th, but through the investigation we found that not to be the case. The Amber Alert was issued on Monday. I think it was at 12:02. That was the first chance we had to issue that.
And at the quick shop,
Oh, sorry.
at the quick shop, were either of the victims employed there?
That's again, that's a topic I can't cover on that investigation.
If we could take one more question.
There you go. Sorry.
What was you talking about on the event that happened in southeast Topeka, and elaborate more on that?
Yeah, there was a large police presence.
What was the location and everything?
There was a large police presence in the 500 block of Lamar yesterday that we received some questions on prior to this press conference. And we just wanted to share that that was related to that case, not any other case, so that we didn't have people thinking there was another incident to be concerned about.
And so the two people taken in custody, was one of them the gentleman you said was arrested?
Yes.
Well, we appreciate you all coming out and sharing this information. That will end the press conference.
Thank you.
So that is your update from Topeka Police regarding the recent crimes that we have had in the community. They specifically went over the homicides that have happened in the month of July. Again, there have been 5 homicides involving 4 incidents going back to July 6th, the 3200 block, Southwest Randolph, then July 15th near Central Park, the 21st at the Quick Shop at 45th and South Topeka Boulevard, and then July 22nd just this week when the 2 people were found dead in the 500 block of Northeast Wabash. What you heard is that what we have had are 2 of the 4. There have been arrests. That homicide near Central Park where we have just learned wisdom curls. We told you about a search warrant is what we were told last night. A search warrant that had to be executed near 5th and Lamar, and that one of the people that we saw being escorted out of that home was in fact Wisdom Curls, the suspect in that July 15th homicide near Central Park. And then, of course, we've been telling you about that Northeast Wabash incident where a woman and her father were found dead in the home, and then her son was abducted. Christopher Barnshaw, the suspect in that case, taken into custody later Tuesday. There is a little bit of clarification on the timeline there now, where they're saying initially they believed that the abduction happened on Friday, and now they have reason to believe that it was actually perhaps a different day. They didn't clarify exactly when. Callie Holthouse is there trying to find that out. The other thing that we heard from Topeka Police is an encouragement to report tips on those other 2 in which they have not made arrests. The Quick Shop, where 1 man was killed and a second person showed up at the hospital with gunshot injuries, and then 3200 block Southwest Randolph, Destiny Voss. Those 2 incidents, they are encouraging the community to report any tips that they might have, any information. They gave several ways you can do that. Crime Stoppers, 785-234-0007. Tell TPD at topeka.org. Or you can call Topeka Police at 785-368-9400. The difference between the 2 phone numbers, when you call Shawnee County Crime Stoppers, you can remain anonymous if that is a concern to you, as opposed to calling and speaking to police directly. They are encouraging everybody, if you know something, to please let them know. And again, those are the 3 numbers. Main thing that they wanted to do is thank the community, and they also wanted to thank the partner law enforcement agencies that have been helping throughout all of this. They listed the KBI, FBI, Mattoon, Illinois Police, the Illinois State Patrol. They also had said that they do not believe many of these incidents were connected. They don't believe any of these incidents are connected to each other. They also don't really see a lot of randomness to it. For example, Northeast Wabash, they did not believe that that was a random crime. They wouldn't really comment on the circumstances surrounding the others. They have mentioned, Chief Vallejo mentioned that they have taken steps to combat these incidents, including increasing their intelligence capacity within that unit, along with some other initiatives. They also, again, stated that several of these incidents are solved with the help of the community. So again, encouraging you, if you have any information, to let them know. We had Callie Holthouse there at the news conference today. We also had assistance from photographer Eric Ives and fellow reporter Cameron McCrory. So we will be wrapping all of that up for you on WIBW.com as we get that information in, and also tonight on Midday in Kansas and 13 News at 6. We will see you then. Right now, we are going to send you back to Local News Live. Remember, Midday in Kansas is coming your way on the live streams and on air at noon. And it is Thursday, so in an hour at 12:30, you will see another edition of the WIBW Video Vault. Stay safe, everyone.